So can you see me there?
I will, yes. Okay, I'm going to now open up the thing, one second. I'm going to open up the slide deck that you gave.
Yep.
And then we're going to just believe. And that's the way things work. Martin. So you're in the call here, Martin, now? You're trying to come in, yeah?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Let's see.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm seeing you.
Great, yeah, I'm live streaming. How does the background look? Yep, good.
Looks great.
Okay.
It's really good.
Just wait because it's before 7. I've got the VA, man, she's amazing. She's just going so well, like, to bring these participants.
Oh, that's great, Rich.
Yeah, like we've got a process here. Things are working. I'm live. I'm recording this live stream. Gee, so yeah, wow. Yeah, wow. She's just like doing it. She's just doing it. Okay, let's get this up. Wow. And did you see it in the clan as well? Did it come up in the clan?
I just put one of the pages into the tribal council.
No, what I mean is, oh, was this key? I don't know if I've got key.
I've got.
Oh yeah, I do.
Keynote. It's the standard sort of Apple. It's the Apple equivalent of PowerPoint.
Yeah, okay. So I'll do a little bit. So let me just go through it with you, right? While we're still waiting for people to come in. There's a few people there. We're waiting for the time to actually kick in. Another ding. Let's get Leonard Light in there. Let's go. Do you know if Emma's coming?
Oh no, I don't.
Okay. There we go. Beautiful. I didn't send out an email to the database, but you know what? We did the best we could. What I could probably do. Yeah, we did the best we could. That's for sure. Today at 7 p.m. Yeah. Okay.
I'm just gonna mess with my lights.
Yeah, get yourself looking good there. How am I looking? I think it's in the right. I'm in the right place. So Alt Tab. Click that. Oh. Okay. So what we've got to do now is get that file back up where it was. Downloads. Yep. There we go. Okay. Oh yeah, looking good. So I'll go through this. We'll just let them come in. We'll start the call. We'll start them in once we get a few more in. We usually give it till 5 past, right?
Yeah.
And
Do you want to just have a look at these slides?
yeah. And then the beauty is that when we do the video edit, we cut all this part off before this, because we'll end up we're recording this for maybe use for later. Far out.
Oh, definitely.
There's a lot of people interested in this project. Let's go. That's exciting, isn't it? Here are the dings.
It is.
Okay, so you can see my screen, which means you can now see that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, nice. Looks great.
Yep. So, optimize screen share for video clip, hide floating. No, it's all good. I'll just put that down the bottom like that. And I'll put that, won't move. So let's go through. Okay, cool. So that's going to be the situation.
Yep. Okay.
So I'll talk to the slides. I love that. I love that you've done this. Is your role, mate. See, look at me. I'm here just like with a blue jacket on. That's about what I could manage.
Cool. Well, not that I'm looking great, but look, this is good enough.
It's our purpose. I love that. So I'm going to read it, and I'm going to speak to it, and we're going to talk about the modeling for the coaches and mentors and what this is really about. And then we're just looking for an initial group of people that want to be involved at that level. So just tell me what else you feel we should try to aim out of tonight. It's like really find out who is here on the call that wants to support this, wants to be involved. And then we arrange a second round of individual chats with them.
Yeah, I think you could. Have you got? What do you think?
Yeah, well, I'm going to sort of go for the mentors and coaches perspective and on it, and that we're looking for a core to fill a clan of 7 coaches that want to come on this journey.
Yeah.
So I love this though. Like this is just going to give us like something really cool to work off. Which is really cool. And I love we're doing it like not in the traditional webinar style that they'll be thinking where they're all hidden and you know what I mean? Like they can see each other, so it's kind of like much more transparent. What time is it? 7:03. I'm going to view the waiting room.
I just want you to look at the next one, the pillars diagram, and make sure you sort of get what's happening with it.
Okay, so I've let the waiting room participants know.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, this is getting kind of serious, man. Like, there's people coming in. That's pretty amazing. So this one here, want me to read this one?
Yeah. Yeah. We'll go through all of them. They all flow one to the other. Really, it's a very thorough sort of unpack. And the next one is one I just want to go through with you and make sure. So
brilliant.
Yeah. So I've set up the 8 pillars as a whereby the 4, you can see the 4 personal pillars are the diamond, and the 4 business pillars are the square. And the idea is we cycle through alternating between the personal pillars and the business pillars when we go through the 9 months.
Beautiful. And then that can be repeated over and over again.
Yeah, basically then we just go up to the next level and we just take it.
Because, I mean, we're about to unveil to these mentors. You do realize what we're about to do. We're about to unveil to these mentors and coaches like a fucking mind-blowingly brilliant model for how to run, you know, and that's huge enough value as it is in coming to the webinar.
Oh, yeah, and we're still doing all the tweaks on it. It's, you know, like this is going to just be so powerful.
I'll see if Georgie's got any, George. Hey, brother, any luck with those coaches and mentor icons or the Falcon? I'm on the webinar, but it's all good if not. You know, why is Emma not here, though? That's the question, eh?
I don't think we made it clear that we wanted her there. I had thought, to me, I think she's super busy, I can see. And and unless we really specifically invited her on, I don't think she'd. So, and then basically, so we unpack that, and then I go back to the purpose again and repeat the purpose, but instead of putting personal and business and personal lives, I'm putting in all 8 pillars. And so it's taking it back to that purpose statement, which I think is the real powerful sort of thing that people will get the whole picture with.
Beautiful, 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 beautiful.
And then we finished with I laid out the 4 core values, which is the humility, the integrity, generosity, and trust.
Yep.
And I put a little diagram there with it.
Beautiful. I'm just getting my last screen set up, and then we're going to go in here and we're going to message.
Yeah, so no, I'm all good, bro. You just take it away.
Okay. Before we lose anyone, we'll Should we let them in one at a time and kind of like, like...
I don't know, bro. You just do the way you feel it.
Cool. Oh, dude. You the man, eh? You're doing it. This is it. This is it, fella. Cooperative state, humility, integrity, generosity. Love, learn, and serve, though.
That's incorporated into some other documents that I didn't have time to finish.
Yeah, I'm going to say that it's an underpin. That's an underpin.
Well, in a sense, that the mission is to love, learn, and serve, and the core values.
Yep.
Because those are all actions. The love, learn, and serve, they're all actions, whereas these are actually core values.
Beautiful. Okay, so well, there's a lot of other people contact me going, we want to come into this. So I just go, Faye. Like these people, like she absolutely nailed it, this VA. Alrighty. Let's I'll start with me on screen and then we'll go and have a look at the slides, yeah?
Yeah. Oh yeah, totally. When you feel
okay, here we go. Hey Abraham, how are you, mate?
I'm good, thanks, Rich.
Good.
How are you?
Good. Just gonna say hi to everyone one at a time. Hey
Well
Sue.
done.
Hey Sue, welcome. Hello. Hey Marie, welcome in.
Hello. Just
Hello.
give me 1 second. I need to switch on my.
No worries. Hey Alpha. We've got here Andrew.
Hello.
Hello. I think we're just going to let everyone in. There's a few at the door and there's some more coming. Cool. Beautiful. Just wait for everyone to sort of get in the let's have a look. Nice. There's a nice crew coming in. Hey, Leonard. Hey, brother. Let's see. Few people there. Chris, Greg. Who we got? Yeah, Chris maybe. Without video that we can't quite see yet. And Andrew, are you there, Andrew? Andrew Pepper and Scott. If you guys want to, I'll just see if we can say hi. In a little while since I've done one of these things. Hey, Scott, how are you, mate? Yeah, I can see you sort of in the background, wherever hopefully can listen in. There's quite a few other people that can't get audio or video that are just sort of listening in. So hello to all of you that are not visual. Cool. So what are we, 12 past? I think that's about time. Martin, what do you reckon?
Yeah, no, all good.
No.
No, there's a good crew here.
Yeah, that's cool. All right, welcome. Oh no, here we go. There's more coming in. So there'll be a few that'll come in. I'll just give another two minutes, and then I'll kick off. Save repeat myself, even though we're going to record it. So there's some information. There's a lot of other people that couldn't come tonight that wanted to hear a bit about it. Let's go to give it 2 more minutes, guys. Someone's asking, how's the audio? Is everyone else hearing me clearly?
Yeah.
Just if you're getting a clear signal, give us a thumbs. Okay. Yeah, no. Yeah. Marie, it might be you. I'm not sure. If you want to jump out and jump back in, go for it. All right. 7:14. I'm at 7:15. We're launching. No worries, Maria. I got that. Yeah, there's quite a few people that are here that are not here. They're with their cameras off. That's okay. It's just really nice to see people as well. So wherever possible, people in the background, unless you don't want to be seen, which is fair enough, it would be lovely to see you as well. But for everyone that has got their cameras on, thank you. That's lovely. It feels like we've got to, we can, and then the people that are in here as well, much love. Yeah. No, I'm just reading the chats. Okay, I hear that. Yeah, I'm in Byron Bay, so I mean, we were the zone of the largest natural disaster in Australia's recorded history that no one heard about. We didn't have any internet for like 3 weeks or anything as well. So basically, that's it at 7:15. I think those that'll come in can catch up. Welcome, first of all. My name's Rich Latimer, and thanks for responding. You got a mixture of me and a beautiful, wonderful lady called Mel, who is a VA that has started working with us and taken an interest in the project, who also assisted with some of the reach outs. And so thanks for responding and thanks for coming. And to this direction, that's Martin Hume Cobb, and he is one of the co-founders of this program with me. He's actually my mentor. He's been one of my mentors over the years. Very, very celebrated and talented relationships and creativity coach, which he can introduce a bit more himself. So just quickly, background just on me, and then Martin, maybe you can speak to you just to sort of bring you guys up to speed. I'm a musician by trade, so I'm a creative. So I was in a successful touring rock band for many years, and really, I guess that's where I got my a mixture of entrepreneurial skills, marketing skills, presentation skills, and unbeknownst to me, mentoring skills, because the focus of our band in particular was around working with passing messages and things like that. That went, we were commercially successful, video clips and radio and all that sort of stuff and touring. And then we ended up through a chain of events. I ended up touring high schools internationally for 7 years as a speaker, working within the areas of trauma, violence, drug and alcohol awareness, and suicide prevention. Basically because my teenage brother wrapped himself around a tree with 3 of his mates and ended up in a coma that was apparently irreversible for 9 weeks, and then somehow, and we don't know how these things work, but he became what they termed a medical miracle. So it was an unclassified return to being alive, and then that sent me off doing it. So then I got into more this position of sharing knowledge and information, which I'm guessing, just raise of hands, who's in that field in some way, coaching, mentoring, support, whatever. Wow, Mel, I hope, Mel, you're on here, like far out. She's amazing. She did really well of like finding really cool people. So Yeah, so that's a little bit on me, and then I'm a serial entrepreneur. So I'm still not entering any formal mentoring and coaching. I've got a virtual solar company in America that I started after the birth of my second child. I got like a vision. I saw the sun through the trees. So, and then I hooked up with Elon Musk's ex business partner, who's got an incredible company over there, and found out about the model that he's building, which is, in a way, like elements of what we're trying to do. He's dispersing revenue through creating a more sociocratic kind of dispersed business model, which has essentially crumbled the pyramidic structure around that particular industry, which happens to be the solar industry. So I have a company called Soraya Solar. And I run for 15 years, I've run a digital marketing agency. So I've got, 20 staff, and, I've scaled myself completely out of that. So I don't need to work anymore. So that's been another entrepreneurial pursuit, and that runs marketing for mainly sustainable builders and solar and trades industry. And a few other things. I do a lot of men's work and men's mental health work and a whole range of things. So that's me in a nutshell. And then the Awaretrepreneur tribe, which we're here to talk about, really was the culmination of everything I've just shared, and the culmination of people like Martin in my life. So since age 13, went through a lot of trauma, a lot of extreme events. I was raised in the forest, and I had a lot of contact with Aboriginal people, and I learned tribal ways. And I learned about tribal circle, I learned about mentorship, I learned about elders, I learned about those approaches. And it made it very difficult for me to enter the business world, to be honest. I found it confusing. I found it extremely conflicting in its values. It was like, okay, this is who I actually am and what I really think and feel. But when I jump in the business world, I just got to bend that a little bit, because I need to make this stuff called money. And it was real friction for me, and has been. So really, this Awaretrepreneur tribe is the result of me working out how to integrate my whole self, all the aspects of my person, which we call the personal pillars, into business, and how that frames up and how that works across all levels from sales and marketing teams, HR, the entire bloody thing. And then, I guess it was divine timing or something that, my agency they kicked me out, in a way. The CEO sort of said, look, we really need you to move on, you're not needed here. You've done what most people don't ever do, and we need you to sort of stay home or go do stuff. Like, you've done your thing, you build a business, it's making money, you don't need to work anymore. Go and just, I've got 2 kids and a baby due this Saturday, third one. So then this project came out of it. So that's the history to it. What is the project? We'll dive into a minute and do it. But essentially, I started mentoring and coaching. Because I'm excellent at sales and marketing and digital marketing, I, of course, immediately became fully booked. And I went at it with the same approach I'd gone at the other stuff. And unbeknownst to me, the demand, and I would almost call it desperation since COVID, the desperation that I've sensed in the marketplace for people wanting authentic, transparent, grounded, real, connection-filled business mentoring and coaching, which, like I've been through all the, I've done a lot. I've toured with, some of the biggest business coaches in the world. And, I've, seen and been involved in marketing for them and different things. And I watched, I'm in Byron Bay, right? So I've seen the rise and the fall of the spiritual entrepreneur, and, and all that sort of stuff. And really what it comes down to, and I think what Martin and I may have just stumbled across, is a model and a methodology that just resonates. And for me, it was because I'm quite entrepreneurial. I started coaching and mentoring and going, this is profound. And then I just started meeting all these incredible people who were like desperate for help, and they couldn't pay me $3,000 or $4,000 a month, and I didn't really need them, because I can run marketing so well. I could just fill my books with $3,000 or $4,000 a month clients, and then I get to, I get the 6-figure coaching lifestyle that, that's all over Facebook. But it wasn't working for me at a purpose level. It wasn't. I already have money going on from other businesses. So I was like, how did we design something? And so this Awaretrepreneur tribe came up, and it's based off the work I did with the teenagers, which was called awareness shows. It's basically the concept of we're creating like a club. So really what we're doing, we're kind of, imagine you've got LinkedIn. So there's a social media platform based around this where membership will grow and the whole deal meets, I'm going to use the word, so Martin probably meets like something like the Freemasons, something where there's a level of, but in a very different way, a level of cultural construct, interconnection, and just, I'm not sure if any of you have been in there. I know friends that have gone through the different levels, and there's an element of mystery with that. And in a way, what we're looking for is, I guess, a bit of a lighter energy, potentially, with what we're doing. But there's a sense of a club and a culture to be a part of. So BNI, which most of you would know, Business Networking International, yeah. So there'll be meetups and stuff, and then there's an app, and basically that's the kind of extended idea with it. And the heart of it really is these clan group mentoring. So it's like we've created a method by which we get these groups of 6 or 7 people together and we've got this methodology for group mentoring and coaching that is kind of a mixture of everything. It's evergreen, it's sustainable, it's completely scalable, and it's kind of based on fairly simple principles of just, the 3 core values are love, learn, and serve. And really what it is like a mastermind, master heart type thing, but under the cultural frameworks, which Martin and I will bring up on the screen in a moment. Okay, so just to give you guys a nutshell of what is it that I've joined up with this Zoom to find out about, is that we're launching this, okay? We're growing this. And we've already filled clans, we've proven the business model, we're making money. And I do not want to, even though I could, I know the guys that run Pravar Group. I know the top guys in Action Coach. I know how, Mark Boris, I spent time with Mark Boris. I know I can just build a pyramidic model and just, hire underpaid or unemployed mentors and coaches, put them on base salaries, fill the books, and, just scale yet another kind of pyramidic style business. But with this, we want to do everything in alignment with the cultural constructs on which we build ourselves, because the world is looking for a lot more people walking their talk, not just check out the Soulpreneur, join this and we'll hype the hell out of you and you get your 6 or 7 figures and we're going to solve all your problems and make all your dreams come true, and you just got to go for $9.95 a month and then you can jump in on a Facebook group. So we're not doing it because there's just too much of that already out there at the moment, and it wasn't working for me. I wasn't feeling very interested in that. I've already got staff and wages and stuff to pay, so I'm not built. I'm like, so then I sat there and went, shit. So you want to build this massive thing, you want it in every country, you want like 150 staff, yet you don't want any pay wages, you don't want it, you don't want that kind of a model. So then anyway, somehow we've come up with something that that works. And we're going to grow these clan groups, which in a minute I'm going to show you it all. You're going to have a look on the screen and see it goes in. And look, I'm being pretty open and transparent, because my feeling is things are meant to be. And if there's people on this call tonight who go, wow, this is pretty cool and I'd like to get behind it and get involved in it, well, that's how things start, isn't it? 1 or 2 people at a time. 1 second, I've just got to switch the alarm off here in my offices. Beautiful. So that's the intro done. Now we'll unpack a little bit of it. And then towards the end, the idea is, and I'll say it now, is that, those of you who resonate, we will, get specific details, I guess, in the chat room or whatever else. And then, we'll do follow up, whatever else. We do have a coach and mentor, our first Now, I never forget the video. It's called The First Follower. You see it on YouTube. It's like this dude who just starts dancing like a freak at a festival somewhere in the 1960s. Everyone's standing around and look at him like an absolute idiot. And then someone else comes over and dances beside him. And then another 2 people, then 4. And then all of a sudden it's like thousands. So Leonard, who's down that direction, is a coach who went, I'm in. And I'll describe what that means in terms of this small group of 6 or 7 that we're still beeping at me. Okay, that's done. Yeah, so essentially we're running 3 or 4 clans now. So what does that look like? That looks like there's systemic ads going out that are bringing people, not just to me as an individual mentor, but to this movement. So there's power in that, because it's not yet another guy going, hey, I'm the guru, I'm the king, I'm the entrepreneurial whiz, and that power play that often happens, which is that kind of, because at the end of I just tell people on the Zoom calls, I say, look, yes, I've got tangible results. I've got multiple businesses. I've done all these things. But at the end of the day, I'm just a person. You've got as much knowledge and wisdom, experience as me in different ways. You may not have executed in that to a level where you're making as much money as me, but it doesn't make any difference. So we're going with more of a mentor peer type approach in these clans, and how we're bringing people in, and the kinds of people that are coming in. The kinds of people that are resonating with this, like the kinds of business owners and things, are the kind of business owners that I want to see successful, to put it politically correctly. And that's really, really moving and really, really powerful, because I am a firm believer that I personally just can't do stuff unless it feels really, that's another issue. Another issue. It was an issue for a long time, but that's another challenge of being really a bit distanced from the whole business world and stuff. The way I came into it, I was kind of like, because the writing was on the wall. I was like, well, what? It's a lot of this just makes absolutely no sense. So anyway, Martin, would you like to say a couple of words about you before we open up the slide and sort of unpack the structure and give these guys an insight?
Just that I've known Rich for, I guess, probably about 8 years that we've been working together. And it's been amazing watching him grow and develop his business, and then really step into the mentoring and coaching, which I always felt that he was a real natural fit for that. And really this project is something we've dreamed of doing for a number of years, and finally Rich got into the position to be able to really launch this, and I'm excited about it. It's so in alignment with where I'm from. I primarily have been coaching and mentoring around relationships, and this community that we're creating, it's all about relationships and building up, creating a space whereby people can give and receive really powerful support to one another, to get them out of just being isolated as a solo entrepreneur, and into a space of being supported by peers, by people whose values are in alignment with them, yet aren't involved in the business. They're fully sort of independent, but able to be a colleague and someone who can give all sorts of support and experience, because all of us come from different range of experiences and different skill sets, and so we've all got something to share with one another that's enriching. And just the energy of community, when it's genuinely supportive, is amazingly energizing.
Mm. Yeah. Thanks, Martin. Yeah, so when I said about this project being built, literally built on the foundation fundamentals of what it is, of what it's bringing, right, in terms of values and ethics and protocols and things. For me, even going back to one of my, so in tribal culture, you don't just, get to 22 and start standing in front of the rest of the tribe and going, you know what, I've, worked out how to get passive income working from an e-commerce site, and I'm now the king. And coming about my feet, you actually earn your stripes through the amount of service, support, integrity-filled actions, and the true compassion and care of your fellow beings. That's how it's done in tribal cultures. And I'm not going to knock white, orange, whatever color, capitalist, whatever. I'm not going to knock it, but I am going to suggest that I personally don't feel that aligned with a lot of the ways that business functions and that the way our cultures do in some of those ways. They lack a lot of that, bottom line. So it's that process of coming in through mentorship, so even for me to have a mentor who's worked with me at a relationship counseling level for X number of years, who I know is, has a solid business, and, to bring him in, and because of the initiation work that I've done, so I've been through many I've helped Anna Rubinstein, who, some of you'll know, he's pioneering all the rites of passage work in Australia. I've been involved with, some of these people that are kind of we call it reculturalizing elements of our society at the moment in different areas. And I believe Awaretrepreneur Tribe has the potential to reculturalize elements of the business world. And at first, I wasn't going to bother with mentors and coaches. It was like, what's the point? Like, the session's about 2 hours every 2 weeks. I did the maths in my head. I can run about 8 of them. They gross around $6 or $7 a month. The way that I've designed the model and the technology, systems and processes, it's basically flawless. So there's nothing for me to do other than show up. It's completely evergreen. It's got all that modeling stuff is all naturally inherent, but based upon value, right? Value, connection. And then Martin's there. But then I clicked and was like, this will go, if you really want to have an impact, really bigger, it's you want to get the business coaches. You get the business coaches and mentors and life coaches, the ones that are already out there pushing themselves, saying that they're supporting everyone. And if you can get some of them interested, involved in this ethos, which in a minute I'll talk about. It doesn't need to take anyone away from who they are and how they think and feel. Not all the values are going to align. Not all my concepts are going to align. It's not a cult. It's like, you got to have these particular elements. It's basically saying, hey, here's a set of values and cultural constructs, protocols, systems, and processes that we believe create systemic change. Would you like to become a part of that? And we'll talk about what that program looks like in terms of coaches and mentors, potentially going forward to become clan leaders, which is what Leonard signed up to. But I never thought that far ahead. I honestly didn't. I was like, I don't know, just get some of them in there. Really the bait really for them coming in is the fact that it's like, okay, cool. This guy Rich is going to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars running marketing to fill this social media platform, to siphon Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn of all these really open-hearted business owners that are looking for support. That's probably worth joining. Like my marketing spend is X per month. Sign up for this thing, and and I get to present myself in there and win clients. So initially, that's what I thought the value to mentors and coaches was come in, be a part of the network. Ideally, they're aligned. We've got a process, when we bring people into the network that we go through. And I'm building, in a minute, I'll show you what I'm building the platform on. I've actually, I'm also a SaaS consultant, so I provide consultancy to people who design online technology. And I do it accidentally. Basically, I get a tool, and then I end up getting the email address of the founder or the CEO and saying, hey, listen, I'm using your tool. I know I'm just a nothing customer, but check this out. And I usually work out things. So it started for example, Campaign Monitor, 2 Aussies down in Sydney, 2 surfers. They founded that email system. I was involved in some of the build of that process before it went IPO and before the Americans bought it. And just that's a similar thing that's happening with this platform, because Gina, the woman that runs it, it's the Mighty Networks platform for those of you who know. Yeah, she's pretty cool. She's got this sort of consciousness. So anyway, the bottom line is that we would bring some mentors and coaches in who would go through the process of understanding this particular set of ways of operating, and then potentially run clans and take a percentage yield, systemic yield off it, or they would just simply be able to get clients and stuff out of the network by being a part of it. So that's really the two aspects we thought about, So I'll open up. I'll go through a little bit more of what it's really about, and then show a little bit of the platform, and then you get some questions and get some feedback from you guys. Would be really. I mean, does anyone want to say anything quickly now? Like, how does some of what I've shared resonate? Does it resonate? Just a little bit from people. Just a quick, maybe just quick names, and then whatever you feel would be good. Whoever wants to say hi.
So, Rich.
Yep.
Aditya. I'm
Hi.
still. Hello, everyone. I believe it will help all of us, and especially me, if you can sum it up, what this thing is all about? Because
Sure.
I'm still very confused. Like, are we trying to set up a new BNI? Are we doing something else? Is it a platform that we're signing for? Like, if in just
It's both of those.
just
So it's
like in
yeah.
one or two sentences, if you could tell us what exactly is this thing
Sure.
that we are here for, that will help. Thank you.
Perfect. So you guys are here because we're looking for 6 or 7 mentors or coaches who want to be involved in the first round offer of coming in to train up to become clan leaders for the group mentoring that we currently run through an online platform, which I'm about to show you, that serves, yes, the purpose of a BNI, which as in it is a business networking platform where people can geolocate each other, go and have a monthly coffee using our protocols. It's also a social media platform. It's also a platform that I run my group coaching through, So it's those things combined, but it's wrapped in a cultural construct. So it's wrapped in these ethics. It's a movement as well. But for you guys as mentors and coaches, it's an opportunity, if you felt aligned, to be able to come on a journey, because the clans are going to start filling up, okay? We're going to reach capacity and not be able to handle them. And we want to train leaders up in this methodology. And then we want to hand those groups on a silver platter with a profit share, sociocratic revenue disbursement model, instead of just me going, hey, how much do you earn per year from your current coaching business? Here's a salary and I just give you 10 clans, right? It's a different model because it is aligned with the values that we have. Does that make sense?
So what you're saying, Rich, is that this particular model is, and it's a kind of a coaching methodology that you guys have developed.
Correct.
So the people that you are looking to get on board would, we're obviously, there's a number of coaches here, so we would have our own way that we coach clients. So we would basically have 2 separate worlds. So we'd sort of come in here and then adopt the coaching methodology that you have founded. That's aligned with your values. And then the fee structure is something that from what I'm gathering, is something that you kind of share the profits between everyone from.
So we'll get into the business model bit in a minute. I'm going to open up the slides, but you're on the right track, Mindy. Like that's the general gist, right? Yeah. You don't need to stop being you. You don't need to. So is everyone aware of B Corp? You know that circle with a B in the middle that companies will try to get? This will be like that. You will join it because you will want to be associated. So when you meet someone, they say, oh, wow, you're an amazing entrepreneur. I say to them, I'm not an entrepreneur. I'm an awaretrepreneur. And that's what our clan members say. And people go, well, what do you mean? What's an awaretrepreneur? And that's when they go, an awaretrepreneur has a completely different worldview in how they're looking at, approaching, understanding, and engaging in the business world, right? Which is really integrating these personal elements and elements of some of the cultural stuff that we've built in how they're building their businesses. Yeah. And that's come from me having actually practiced it and done it, and we're all doing this in different ways. I guess what we've done is we've been able to give it a name, a form, a brand, an understanding, a process, and a technology all at once. And before I switch on the main marketing, we're going to need help. And as I said, I want to do it by finding some really, really beautiful, amazing coaches and mentors who would align with that. And yeah, the revenue is pretty impressive because there's scalable revenue models within it. You can put your existing online courses through it and take a yield. I'll dive in. I'll show a little bit inside. Yeah. So, and then you guys can fire questions as you do. I mean, and by the way, this is the first time we've done this, right? This is our first. So basically, there's your sentence. Is it Atif? So we're creating a place where personal growth and business development meet. So on my Zoom calls, when people approach me for mentoring and coaching, they keep telling me that they want me to solve like profit problems, HR problems, systems problems, marketing problems. But within 25 minutes of talking to these people, it's blatantly obvious in 90% of the cases that they're actually struggling at so many other levels, interpersonally, relationshiply, like the rest of it. And that's actually what is directly impacting, impeding, and creating barriers in their financial and business growth. How do I know it? Because that's how I built my businesses. Every time my ego wants to come up in between me and my CEO, we see the profits go down. Every time a piece of my childhood trauma gets between me and the way of truly believing I can create something massive, then my visionary creative spark dies. Me and Martin have combined to create methodologies that really bring this unification through. But essentially, that's what it is. Why is it important? Coaching and mentoring industry is exploding. As I said, I'm a mentor myself, and I was flooded and can't keep up. Okay, I went through all that with you guys. So this is like the initial entry point of the network we're building, which we're currently building on Mighty Networks, and then we're buying the codec off them for a fully standalone native app, and then we'll have a little look. So essentially, this is the beginning of the tribe branding, and we'll go through and explain how this symbol. This is the AT, and how it relates. But essentially, so for example, my clan members, which you'll see in a minute, they will get this sim. It's like a membership thing that we're going to have like 4 events a year. There'll be presentations. We've got our first one coming up at the end of the year here in Byron Bay. And Mindy, it's really important what you said, because this is very much about whoever comes in being who they uniquely are, right? Whatever your unique thing that you do within coaching and mentoring, you bring that essence of yourself into it, but it's just that it falls within, and ideally we want people to wear this badge with pride, and we will go after, like, for example, has anyone here heard of the Coaching Jungle or Mark Mawhinney, the Natural Born Coaches? He's the most famous podcast for coaches and mentors probably on the planet in terms of a grounded level. He's got 25,000 coaches. He's even bigger than the who knows the Coaching Institute down there from Melbourne. Yeah, you must know those guys pump out more emails than anyone that I've ever met in my life. And that includes Derek Simmons and a few of the guys that I know that actually created email marketing. But anyway, bottom line is that we're going for that echelon of people eventually, but the problem is I'm looking for grounded entry level people that want to come on this initial journey, even though I can go. So if Mark Mawhinney's ready to do a JV with me, and bang, that's it. So that just blows open the whole thing. We're not ready for it yet, right? We want to find just 4 or 5 good-hearted mentors and coaches who want to come in and do it. So basically we believe that our current world is changing, society is becoming more fragmented, people are feeling disconnected, and they're becoming more isolated. So what happened with me is I started getting, like, as motivating as my one-on-one sessions were, I started getting really sad. Like every time I shut the Zoom call down, I was like, that's not enough. That is not enough. That person needs more than that. Like I brought the fire, don't worry. You could feel me through the Zoom screen like you wouldn't believe. I've got a lot of energy, but I just was like, nah, it's not enough. They need a lot more around them. So there's a lot inside this model. The way that they inter-support each other inside the clan group, inside this private network, the way they do their buddy calls, the way they go and do live meetups. There's an entire format and methodology here, yeah? So through human history, the most powerful force for people to survive and to thrive and to build the lives that is through accountable relationships within a supportive community. So we're wrapping group coaching inside a full community, inside a movement around a different shift towards business. Is that you guys starting to, you getting that? That's the gist. So that's what we believe our purpose is. Awaretrepreneur Tribe is a community bringing together conscious entrepreneurs, mentors and coaches to inspire, hold each other accountable in becoming skillful, more fully realized in business and personal lives, because essentially that's what I identified, you know, in my work, and no doubt you guys do as well. So we can navigate these challenges, seize opportunities, bring projects to life and impact those that we seek to serve. So they're kind of really the reasons for the purpose. So it's basically, it's the supportive space where people that are responding to this are saying that they're a bit sick of LinkedIn, it's too big. They can't, the Facebook groups, they're trying to find sort of boutique niched Facebook groups, but when they do, they're messy or disjointed, they're not getting the connection. So but basically it's a place to upgrade future-proof skills, practices, build connections, relationships with peers and other, you know, you'll meeting other mentors and coaches, grow and thrive in a healthy balance of accountability, structure and spontaneity. So that's how we actually operate. So accountability is massive in the way we
accountability is at the core of it.
We run
powerful,
these
committed relationships.
Yeah. So the way we induct these clan members is that they are responsible for the financial and personal growth of the other members. They come in with a cultural construct where each participant is deeply invested to make sure every other one of them, their personal and business is thriving. And it's pretty amazing. Like, yeah, it's been pretty beautiful. To be vulnerable.
Rich, I have a question.
Yes.
So for the members of the tribe are the coaches and mentors, or the members of the tribe are the entrepreneurs and the business owners? And the coaches and mentors are there to help them and support them.
Latif, love it. So there are two groups being funneled into this social network. Yeah. Business owners and entrepreneurs who are seeking something more. These are the people who didn't finish going through the 9-figure lifestyle funnel. These are the people who didn't quite get the resonance with the Lamborghini bullshit and all that stuff, right? So, and these are people who got genuine businesses often or really ready to go places. So they're open-hearted, they're ready for something. And then mentors and coaches such as yourself are coming in the other door. It's a dating service as well, if you like. Mm. Okay, there's a bit to unpack, but essentially mentors and coaches come into two layers. They come into general mentors and coaches clan, where they network with each other. They can post in the main network. I'm about to open it up and show you. And then what this call about tonight is about the layer above that, which is our clan leadership, okay, which Leonard's already signed up and is a part of. And we're looking for another 5. Okay, so that's it. And those ones will go forward to run clans, be paid for it. They'll be able to present themselves to the greater network. They'll be able to import their courses that they may be selling and continue to sell independently outside the network. We can upload them into the course platform that we have and automated revenue share. We're looking for people that want to be a part of it. Okay, Atif? Yeah. So there's
ask a question, Rich.
Yeah.
Chris,
where are you? Oh, hey, mate.
Hi. So I guess it sounds like there's a strong values base around it. So you got people like-minded, as you said, not the pyramid shape, and you say you've got a methodology that's very effective, or astounding is the word I was going to use.
Yeah,
so you got those two, yep, so that's great. But I suppose one could say, well, I can find people with those values, or a coach could. It's not particularly my business, but someone could. They could find them, and they may have another sort of methodology. I guess my question's more around what are the antecedents, or what you've talked a lot about accountability. There's some great people doing great work about Hendricks, Conscious Leadership Group,
Yeah.
Buddhism. There's a lot. What have you got something that's better than any of those people, or is this different, or you're drawing it? Like what?
Yeah.
What's it based on?
I don't think I've got anything better than anyone. No, I just think that what we've created.
So what's the difference between what you do and Hendricks and Conscious Leadership Group? And I know you don't know some of those names.
Oh, I do know them. Yeah, I do.
Okay, so what's the difference?
So the difference, I think, is because of this mixed mode model that we've got between the social network, the course platform, the integrated groups, the way that the clans are actually, it's the clan groups and the way that we're running those smaller groups. And I'm a serial entrepreneur, right? So like I'm a big visionary. So it doesn't bother me that Hendricks is there and Tony Robbins is there. It's irrelevant to me. This thing is going to go massive. And because we've already tried and tested, because what matters to me is the people, yeah. So we've got clan groups functioning, and I'll show you in a minute. And it's a unique thing. There's a lot of room in the world to help people, Chris, and there's a lot of people out to be helped. So I don't need to be better. I don't need to be different. I just need to be purposeful. I need to have integrity. And I need to bring incredible value, and then I need to attract amazing people that want to be a part of that.
I suppose I'm trying to understand. So I because some people will understand it more or less. But so what you've got is this great content, but a different way of delivering and working with people around it. It's my words, not yours.
Yeah. And because we're looking at this BNI aspect, right? So already we'll start a chapter in Sydney. And then we're going, it's just a bit different in the way the elements have all come together, and also the infusement. So it's based upon these 8 pillars, okay? So it's really like the 4 personal pillars, and it's the interplay between them that we work with. And that's what we're going to be teaching and going through in this clan group. So what we're looking to come out of this call is 6 or 7 mentors and coaches who come into a clan group, because the way I was taught by my tribal elders and my initiatory process with men's work is first you do, then you teach. So it's like we're bringing people, we want to bring people in who for themselves, like me and Martin are in clan group because it's I don't know if you guys have been, I've been in the big masterminds. I've paid my 50 grand a year and been to the Hilton and, done that. I've been in now these different programs and stuff. I've been on retreats and things, and to just have a place to go every 2 weeks and completely unpack and debrief the unfoldment of your business in correlation with your own personal, no matter how integrated you are and successful you feel you are in all those areas. For me personally, I'm 45, and I don't think that until the day I pass that I will not stop learning from myself, experiences, and others. So we're bringing people in to experience it first, right, into this small clan group, so they know what it's like to manage it, while simultaneously teaching the methodologies and everything, while simultaneously allowing those mentors or people, not only allowing, encouraging, desiring those mentors and coaches to be who they uniquely are and what they uniquely offer, but within this framework, back to what Mindy was discussing. So, I mean, the way I look at it is when I wind myself back to, how long's it been, Martin? When did I decide I wanted to become a business coach? It was like about a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
No, probably a year ago. Yeah, mate, it's 12 months. Like within a month, I went, this doesn't work. I was like, I'm tired. Like I can't take any more people to do Zoom calls, and then I went, what's out there? So I checked it all out. I went to the hybrid coaching guys. I went to all the different models. I checked all the, get a course, and then I went, this is still lacking. So then I just was like, well, what do you want, Rich? And I was like, well, I want like 4 live events a year. I want people getting involved in really connecting in new ways, seeing it. I want online courses in there. I want an array of mentors, and this is what we're building, Chris. And look, mate, it's at a startup phase. I'm not here to sell you guys anything because I don't have it yet, right? Leonard knows that. He's already, we know what we're going to value pitch. Like at the moment, we take clan members in at $1,000 a month for a 9-month contract, because it's a 9-month journey. We go back into the cycle of around this concept of it takes 9 months to bring a baby. It takes 9 months to really get that level of deep, authentic connection with clan members. And then we just find people just don't want to leave. It's just like, you know, they
But
just
that is selling something. That's selling something that costs $1,000 a month, whatever the return is. That's the outlay.
yeah. But to you guys, I guess I'm selling something as well. But what I mean is that it's something that we're holding that we want to attract people to be involved in. Yeah. It's like we've got something that we're working on, and now we're like, who would like to come and be involved? That's really what this call's about. And the pillars are, that's how we work. We bounce between these pillars over that 9 months. Yeah. And then we just cycle it around and around, and there's materials and content, but really it's coming out of the individuals in the clan group. So that's a part of the framework. And really that's that's this in a way, really it comes down to the core values element, which is around this humility, integrity, trust, generosity. And we're kind of using that to underpin, I guess, wouldn't you say, Martin? It's kind of like it underpins the entire energetic, and that probably is what I feel, has been different to things that I've been a part of, at least. Over the time, it's more of an energetic, that underpins it. And for whatever reason, it's a particular energetic that people are wanting and needing. And it started organically for me because it was kind of like, people would come to me and go like, how did you do it? How did you build these businesses? How are you not, how'd you scale out and not need to work? And what did you do? And then I was like, I don't really want to be a business coach, but I'm happy to like share my knowledge with you, and that's why I never use the word coach, because I was like, I don't have the strategy. I'm not the coach. I'm not the guru, but I can show you what I've been up to. So that's what we've created. Yeah. In terms of the network and how it's functioning and how the clans are functioning, you can have a little peek here. So inside here, we've got our clan groups. There's a whole heap launching at the moment. So a lot of this, some of you may or may not know, but a lot of it's based upon they're all bird tribe. The main mentor set, they're called Mentor 7 clans, and they're based around bird names because it's linked into a pretty amazing book called Return of the Bird Tribes, which is a book that talks about modern society reaching a point where it's no longer functioning and it crumbles to its knees and returns back to certain elements. Not all, we're not going back to caves, certain elements of ancient culture. And we say new old way. And so these clan groups and this work is also infused with what I learned from my elders and different people I've been involved with in these kinds of processes. Okay, so these are the clan. So this is the network now, right? We're now inside the LinkedIn. So where's Artif? So Artif in here is like a Facebook news feed. It's going to start filling out. It already is. It's going to start filling up with business owners and entrepreneurs that are like, we want to get off Facebook and these groups, and we want to find somewhere. And for whatever reason, they're going to feel connected to what we're offering. We know that already. The video ads and all the marketing is ready to go. We're just not going to press go yet because we won't have capacity with just 2 mentors to be able to deal with it, right? So it'll be like a business suicide. So you're here. You're the first of, there's another 6 of these booked. And Martin and I we just believe that the right people come at the right time, really. I mean, Leonard, do you want to say something, mate? Because you decided to come in. Do you want to maybe, would you mind explaining what resonated with you or whatever? Is that okay?
Well, for me, the main things are just discussing with you, Rich, the values, there's a sort of synchronicity there for me. And I'm still getting my head around all the pieces. There's, multiple different pieces here. But I follow my intuition a lot of the time, and I feel there's a heap of potential there. For me, being an introvert, the whole marketing thing seems to take a lot of time and energy. So the potential to sort of reduce the amount of time and energy, the ability to, there's a section here where there's going to be resources. So the ability to tap into other resources to grow and expand, and actually network with other people to grow and expand and learn and grow myself. Those are sort of, you know, some of the things that I found particularly sort of, you know, drawing, you know, as well as sort of expanding the income so I can sort of lead the lifestyle I choose.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, well, that's a part of what will look, to be honest, like thanks for that heaps, Leonard. And so Leonard's coming into that clan, which we're going to kick off in a month. That's going to go through, and we're going to experience it together while simultaneously prepare over, well, ideally 9 months, but like if the experience is there, Martin, we talked about it, and the embodiment, then we, you know, people could be ready to run clan groups earlier, or they don't want to go into that direction. They just want to be a part of the network and be able to just showcase themselves, you know, Mindy. So you could just come in there and go, look, I want to be a part of this Awaretrepreneur tribe because it's interesting. And look, to be honest, you know, that's one of the big issues. You know, I spoke to Frank Kern's protege this morning, who does marketing, and his marketing clients were like a range of industries. It's like 90% coaches and mentors now. They're desperate for inbound inquiry and marketing and systemic stuff. So in a way, this will solve that as well. Yeah, this will kind of solve a bit of the marketing worries for mentors, and because whether you come in as a clan leader or not, there's going to be a constant influx of business owners seeking support. So if you're someone who offers support to business owners, then even by virtue of being a member of the tribe, you benefit through being able to share in there authentically and be able to connect. Yeah. So that's some of the intrinsic value that we're looking at. Yeah. And then there's more to the story, but right now, in a month's time, we'll open our first clan for mentors and coaches, and we want about 6 or 7, and we've got a base level entry fee for that, which is $500 a month. And because we're going to be unpacking, like, I mean, I've paid 15 grand for, like, just for a marketing methodology, you know, set of stuff. We're kind of going to be unpacking and unveiling this this way. Yeah. And I mean, Martin, you've been a coach for a long time, mate, and you've had to deal with the realities of running a coaching business. Client acquisition. Hang on. Wait. Oh, there's a loop coming through. Let's see. So, I mean, Martin, yeah, you can speak from that perspective in terms of just the way that we've set this up, in terms of its, I guess.
Well, what I see is we've created not only it's a space for support, but what it means is people coming in get a accountability system, a productivity system, that's all part of committing to accountabilities every fortnight that they share with their group. And so there's a productivity system, and really what it does is that it sort of supercharges any teaching or any insights that are within the clan group meeting, because it creates this group consciousness, and it creates this sort of meta mind of the people in the group bringing all of their wisdom and insights to each other, and it's transformative for them, and so the results they're getting is incredible. And it's just a very, very powerful methodology that delivers all of that with a 2.5 hour meeting every fortnight.
Tiff, I saw you. Sorry, Martin. I just really that's in that core value that Martin's explaining is really that's the essence, hey Martin, in terms of you as a coach.
Oh, absolutely. That's what I see. There's no way I can deliver that as an individual coach with an individual client. There's group consciousness that is created within the culture of the clans, these 7-member clans, is really tapping into this ancient wisdom that for most of human history, that's how people solve their problems. That's how they survived, and that's how they thrived. And we're tapping back into that energy, and it's incredible. Both Rich and I've had a vision for creating this, and as we started to create these groups, the methodology just showed up very clearly as to the way to lead them to come to that place of genuine sort of synergy, genuine sort of cooperative consciousness. It's incredibly powerful. And so with that, people seem to just be incredibly energized and able to face it and be quite vulnerable. I love it. I love it as a space to mentor and coach people. And it's so beautiful because people can then share what they've gained from the group with the others. And so that energy becomes sort of incremental. It builds on itself.
That's it. And Tiff, will answer your question. Do you want to quickly ask me? Thanks, Martin. And hey, Jennifer, how are you?
Oh, good, thanks.
Yeah, cool.
So Rich and Martin, the comment that I wanted to make, I'm sure you guys are familiar with the alternate board.
The
alternate board?
Alternate board, maybe.
So they're more or less like a franchise system where you get an area, and you create a tribe or a group of business owners where you interact as a coach on a regular basis, on a fortnightly basis. You organize some meetings, and these business people who are business owners, they very skillfully master it and make sure no competitors are there. They come in, they share what they have to do, they share with the rest of the group, and there's an environment of accountability there. So that everybody holds everybody else accountable of saying, you said you're going to do this last time, have you done that? And then there is this shared knowledge of different level of entrepreneurs who are there, and they say, okay, have you thought of this? Have you thought of that? And there are a lot of shared resources there as well. Beautiful. So when it comes to that accountability piece, what I wanted to ask is that what you're trying to create?
No, not trying.
Business point of view.
We're already operating. We're in full flight. Everything you just said then, we've got that. Plus, it meets the social network. Plus, it meets course delivery. Plus, it meets live events. Plus, it meets systemic growth and socio-cratic revenue division. Plus, it meets BNI. Plus, all of what you just said, and wrapped up in this cultural construct. So we're already doing it. So the way I might just go and show them, like gone to the days of IP. You ready for it? Just have it on self-platter. But I suggest something to you. If you bloody like it, instead of just ripping it off, you should come in, spend 9 months with me and Martin, and Leonard, you'll be there with us for the next 9 months, kicking off in a month's time. Because, whatever. Those who will, and those who won't. That's how it goes. It's just when you're building something. So I like those.
Rich,
things.
If I could make a comment, I'm very curious about it, but I must be very honest with you as well. These are the sort of stuff that I heard when someone invited me to come to BNI. I spent almost 12 months of my time, my money, my resources, and I ended up bloody giving them more business than them giving me a single
I
lead.
know. It's so funny. That must be the reason why that when we're targeting the BNI members with our marketing, we're being so successful in getting acquisition. So thank you for that. I know of many disappointed people. I'm not trying to go into business against them. The element of the BNI that we have is going to be ridiculously simple. Our app shows you within a 25-kilometer radius any other Awaretrepreneur, be it a general member, a mentor, or a clan leader. And then you can, boom, create them into a simple group through the app. You can send a message and say, listen, do you know such and such cafe? And what we do is as we groom up clan members, so for example, in Sydney, there's a clan member who's ready. He loves it enough. He's passionate enough that he wants to start the chapter there. Okay, so unlike BNI, where we're trying to subscribe you into this model based upon on something, all it's going to be is they're going to be doing that anyway, right? Because they're in the Awaretrepreneur tribe, they're getting clan mentoring, and they want to see each other in the flesh and blood because we are very, very strong about that. We know this is an illusion. Social media, Zoom, screens, computers, it's not real. We are just using this as an excuse to get these people to really connect, and that's why the big focus will be on the live events when they come in and around these elements of consciousness. So our BNI component, it's not like we're charging for that. We are in a way because like they're paying $33 a month to come into the app as a business owner, right? Once inside, they look around. Do you want a course? You can have one. Oh, you bought a course from Artif, from Beyond Potentia. Great. Now you wake up in the morning and go, you check your Stripe accounts, and then you go, oh shit, Awaretrepreneur tribe. Oh, there's another $1,000 this week's on course sales. Hey Rich, how you going, mate? Yeah, people are loving it, aren't they? Yeah, they're loving it. So there's a systemic, multi-level. We can sell. So it's like they're getting in, and then they can access the things after that. So right now, Martin, he's constantly trying to slow me down. I don't like it, but he just wants me to focus just on the clan groups because they're the current highest value yield. They are the most powerful thing. They are what's currently running, but I want to go big. So as soon as there's 2 or 3 more mentors, I'm out and I'm going to start exploding this thing. Like I've got, I've got people that are willing to expose this when the time's right. And I've just got to put my head down and just do the work, yeah? So I'll unpack and show you what's going on inside the clans because this is not a hypothetical, it's happening. So this is the main network, as I said, yeah? A lot of you guys will be familiar with these guys, with what Gina built. It's incredible. In here is what we call basically the library. This is all getting fleshed out at the moment. So as a coach and a mentor, you'll be expected to post a resource once a week into the main library, which obviously builds your profile. It'll expose you to potential clientele, but that's not the essence of why you do it. The essence of why you do it is because you truly care and you want to give an amazing resource. And if it ends up someone through the tribe writes to you personally or comments on you and says, that blew my mind, how much you charge per month, lucky you, good on you, no commissions to us. But it comes first from a willingness to serve others, not just find a cheap and easy way to win new clientele. Okay, that's why I don't care if I speak to 30,000 coaches and end up with 3 people. It'll be the right 3 people. Yeah, because it's coming down to that. So then inside here, these are fully database, searchable databanks. It's incredible what Gina's built. And I'm now consulting to her team. But you can see here in Discovery, this is how the BNI aspect part works, which, for you guys, really, it's not that relevant. I mean, unless you want to, if you came in, like Leonard, you would eventually hopefully meet up with other Awaretrepreneurs around you, particularly that you're going to train up to be a clan leader. And that's naturally going to give rise to other business and other things. And not only that, when you go to the cafe and people are like, what are you guys doing? Are you BNI? And you're like, no, we're Awaretrepreneur tribe. And they go, what? They go, I'm paying $3,500 a year for BNI. You guys look like you're having a lot more fun. So then that's going to be a part of it. So in here, it'll show you members near you, and then we set up those networking groups. But the core to it is the clans. So let's have a look inside Kookaburras. So this is them. So we have API integrated accountability boards. So everything that they do in their accountability is communicated back through the app that's being set up at the moment. They show each other's boards. So when they get on the call, they have to bring it up on screen, and then they have tangible results and they can scroll through it. They're in here supporting each other, commenting on each other. They've got a protocol to follow. They have a buddy call that they're doing to support further. And we're going through a whole range of topics because remember, we're going through this methodology, this 8-pillar methodology. Really, guys, at the end of the day, what you're doing is you're allowing these people to fully come out of themselves and fully support each other and really unpack themselves and their businesses, as Martin said, in a supportive way. So inside here, then all of the meetups are recorded, and an AI transcribes them and breaks them all down into categories of everything was said. So when people are talking about sales, it categorizes all the sales stuff. When they're talking about, so that they've got real value where they can, it's a 2.5-hour call and it gets so inspiring and then they go to the end and they go, oh, what did I say when I came up with a new marketing thing? And it's just type it in and they get it. So these clan calls, which are 7 participants, 1 mentor, and then there's a auxiliary mentor. So like Leonard's come into the leadership program, right? So what'll happen with Leonard is he'll be coming to a call. If anyone of you guys join, you'll be coming to a call with me and Martin and Leonard and the others that join every 2 weeks for 2 hours to go through it. But then about 3 months into that process, you'll come into real clans, like kind of like work experience or something, but we do it in a tribal way where it doesn't matter how much of a guru you may or may not be. It doesn't matter how well established your methodologies and coaching business is. We believe that we're all equal and that you're just coming in and you'll bring that gifting. And this will just become another very, very easy and, revenue stream and ability to sort of connect and another vehicle that you can put yourself out into the world. Yeah. So in these calls, you've got us going through those pillars, cycling over the 9 months. They're talking to each other in here. They're connecting in between. And then there's a monthly meetup where they can get to each other, they get to each other. And those accountability boards, which we're running through Trello at the moment, integrations, are mapped to those pillars and then mapped to their strategic goals and outcomes that they are defining. And we are not. So the beauty of this model is I've done mentoring business coaching. I'm not accountable to their outcomes. I'm not accountable to their strategic goals. I don't have a 9-week thing that I have to tick off with them. It doesn't fit in any of those normal boxes, right? These people are fully sovereign, fully autonomous. They know. I tell them in my call, I say, you can do all this. You don't need anyone. You don't need me, Tony Robbins. You don't need Mindy. You don't need Artif. You don't need nothing. You can do it. You're just paying me for an excuse, and Martin, to have a place and a space to show up, be reflected, be supported. So it's just a really exciting model anyway, in terms of, I know because I only spent 3 months as a frustrated business coach before I worked out that was just too hard. And I just went, there's got to be a better way to do this. So those calls are then recorded and then they're sliced up. So we're training up a highly professional VA that takes that call, right? 2.5, 3-hour call where there's some absolute gold, and that gets diced up and formulated into mini courses, which support clan members and then are sold into the main network, of which if you're a mentor running that clan, you also you take a percentage of that yield as well. So we're so efficient, you know what I mean? So you get on a call, just say, Mindy, you come in the program and then you take a group or 2, you do these calls. It's not just the gold that you're giving because you're not expected to give it all. It's coming from them because you're holding the framework. That gets sliced up and that goes back out in content, yeah? And gets built into, online courses. So Martin and I, unbeknownst to me, we built an entire online course without even building an online course. because we've got like 150 hours of some of the most potent mentoring and coaching that's kind of like infusing personal and business growth, and people are getting tangible results at both levels. Yeah. So that's kind of enough. I think we've gone over time. It's 8:22. It was meant to be an hour. Final sort of questions and things, and then I guess for those of you that are still here, it's really like, who's got enough of a feeling around that to want to talk further and kind of and have a look at it, I guess, or any other questions, because we'd really love to know. And that clan is called the Falcons, which is a Mentor 7 leadership clan, and it's kicking off on the 23rd of next month. So, yeah, and obviously, yes, you're going to be then getting insights into how we're doing all the marketing processes, all the systematic processes, and everything like that. So, just that value alone, like just for you to go and pay someone to even unpack the way by which they run their coaching business at this level, I don't know what figure I would put on it. Like I know guys that are charging 10 grand a month to drip feed, very drip fed. They could just unpack it in, say, 12 sessions, but they drip feed it to teach coaches and mentors how to systemize elements of the business. So the value in this is kind of multi-level. You can take all of that out of it and have it and go, wow, I'm going to start doing what Rich is doing. Like, that's brilliant. And, now all of a sudden I'm going to, but what we really want, guys, is the initial people want people who would like to be a part of this, people who feel that there is a lack of that in the world, people coaches and mentors who want to have a crack at this, like Leonard decided to. That's really it, isn't it, Martin?
Yeah, I think so. I think I think you've laid it all out pretty clearly.
Cool. Questions, feedback, who feels it, and I'd love to know.
Hey everyone, I am Mindy. I thought you did a really good job at sharing your vision. I think your story is really powerful. The context of basically where you've come from, how you've developed this. I really resonate with a lot of it. Like if you jump on my website, there are so many parallels. My niche is understanding the dynamics of what's actually going on in the relationship that you create between yourself and the client, and the physics of what's going on in the space as well. And I understand how that grounds, especially in the deeply raw and emerging country that Australia is, how that grounds very powerfully in our ancestry and in our roots. So you're really drawing upon all of that, which I think is really potent. And I can really appreciate what Martin is saying, because it definitely is very much a space that you guys are creating, and it's very much that, that it's not just the relationship that you have between yourself and your client, but it's really drawing on a collective group consciousness. So
absolutely.
I completely get all of that. I think you guys are really passionate, and you have so much that you just want to share this vision. And I think it's very important for people to be able to resonate with it. But I think because I'm someone that is so niched and specialized in what I'm doing, I'd have to mull over and really think about, especially because I'm so highly sensitive, what it might be like. Because what I really like about what you guys are doing, and it's very similar to what I'm doing, where you've kind of got this ancient wisdom, which is timeless, and then you've combined that with modern practicality, with Trello boards, and really being able to create a platform where people can practically be able to receive these services. So I get all of that, and I love the structure, and I love that you guys have so many rules for members to be able to engage and support one another, because I think especially now, It's really important for people to have that structure, because people have just been trying to find their feet again after a really long time of being kind of shut down.
Yes.
So having that, I think, is really awesome leadership. But for me, I'm like, where's all the practical information? Like, I need to know things like, how, because I've kind of gotten engaged, but you guys get so excited. You like get carried away.
First one.
I know.
Right?
You're so like, and I get it. And I'm like, oh, that's what I look like when I'm telling people what my vision is like. But yeah, no, I think it's,
the practical information is very simple, Mindy.
Yeah.
If you come in to this first Mentor 7 leadership plan, the Falcons, like Leonard has, then all of that practical information, all of those processes, all of those systems, all of those protocols, all of those methodologies will be both role modeled and experienced, explicitly taught and unpacked, so that you can A, go and use it in the thing that you're doing, and B, hopefully put some time and love aside to be a clan leader and make a pretty decent amount of what'll start to feel like passive income, because of the flow that these clans get into and the way we've designed the revenue models. Okay, so no, I can't unpack all of the practicalities here, because that's like walking into, you said you understand a bit about tribal culture and you're talking about the unspoken, the mystery. Well, then you would know more than anyone that there's no way you can possibly understand that without experiencing it. And in fact, that's the methodology by which we'll teach. In terms of those things rolling out, it's a 9-month process. But as I said to Leonard, because he's signed up, he's coming in on the 23rd. And I know, I'm a visionary. I know that clan will be filled. Maybe someone on this call will be there, Leonard, maybe not, mate. But the thing is that journey that we go on as a group of mentors and coaches together, like right now, is going to boost our own individual businesses outside of Awaretrepreneur Tribe, plus have an impact on what we're doing, plus be able to grow us, potentially have that systemic income. And then whoever wants to, and when they're ready, we go through an initiation that they can then go and run clan groups and potentially become a part of it. The sky's the limit after that. There's referral pathways, there's value stacking and revenue model stacking and things like that. Okay. So I mean, who here in this room owns and currently runs concurrent, multiple, that is, profitable businesses? Okay. Can I hear what they are, Tiff?
So I'm doing this coaching thing. Then I have some online retail business as well that I'm working on.
Yeah.
And then the third thing is, along with these things, I also have a full-time job. So that's
where are you from?
What Sydney?
No, what's your heritage, may I ask, brother?
Okay, make a guess first.
Shit. With that kind of work ethic, I want to say a word, but I don't know. No, I can't pick you, mate. I was going to say, I don't know. I was going to say, but it's not. I just don't think it's on. I was going to say India, but I don't know.
We are not friends anymore.
I know.
I can tell you that.
Yeah. I knew it was going to be. Okay, tell me.
So I'm from Pakistan.
Because that's the thing. I can never do that. It annoys me. But
yeah, and I can tell you,
I'm Australian, right? I'm Australian, so I can go either way there, right? Because we're better than, obviously, a lot better at cricket than both of those countries. So it's
that's a separate debate. We can get into that anyhow. Well, but that was Rich, which was a very, very good segue for me. So like Mindy, I'm curious and I'm interested, and I always am interested in new things. But I've tried too many things in the past. Like I gave you one example of BNI. And because of my unique situation where I have a full-time gig, which is a very busy gig, then I have these side gigs that I'm trying to build. I'm very curious about how much commitment do I need to make, So I have those questions, which I would love to have a separate conversation with you.
Yeah, we will. We will. Yeah, this is just about seeing if there's a values resonance, right? The idea of this call was to do exactly what has happened. I wanted people to check out, drop off, and I wanted to be getting to 8:30 and still see some beautiful faces on the screen, which is what's happened. So I'm like in heaven right now. You know, like this is my first attempt at doing this, and like Martin, we better get ready because we're going to fill another about 10 of these things. So it's kind of like for me, Tiff, and I'd really like to hear from Maria because she's got that kind of a pose that's silent and there's a lot going on behind those glasses. We're going to hear. Could you want to just tell us who you are and hello?
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
Yep, I've been self-employed for 30 years. I've got a digital marketing agency that I've been running for 16. I also have SaaS as a service, similar to you, Rich. I'm a business coach. I've been trained by Michelle Duval. I don't know if you know of her.
I do.
Yeah.
So can I ask your agency name? Come on.
Yeah, well, Express Business Systems is the SaaS and Intermingle Digital Marketing is the marketing agency name. I'm essentially was in Australia, currently in the UK, flying to France on Tuesday.
Nice.
I am location independent and have my team all over the world. And I also had a very big passion for helping small business years ago, which is why I did the training with Michelle.
Yeah.
And I have already built a similar system that you have. I looked at Mighty Networks in all honesty, and it didn't have enough for me. So
I was speaking with Gina about that. Some of the elements that you probably issues with.
But it piqued my interest because I have a similar vision and a similar social network and a similar ethos to you. And I think we're kind of in contrast, both launching at the same time.
Yeah, well, the beauty of the Awaretrepreneur Tribe is it's all inclusive. So I'll join yours, you join mine, because at the end of the day, it's about collaboration. There is, the future of business is collaboration. Competition is dying, and people want that. So, it's like whatever people are bringing out in the world that's working. Hey, so good on you. That's super cool, and that's a lot of alignment going on. Like I'm a 15 years run digital agency. I spend half the year normally spend half the year in Brazil. So that's super cool. So look at the very least, and brother over here who's got my 7 elements, the 7 elements behind him. Can I hear from you, David? Can we just hear who you are?
Hello, everyone. How you going?
Hi.
So I'm a holistic coach. I'm developing systems in my business. Unfortunately, I've just had some bad luck in the last week, but we're going to move forward from that. Can't trust people. That's one thing. I'm a big trusting person, but unfortunately, I've just lost $3,500 to a scam. So we just got to rebuild and move forward.
Yeah.
Now I do have a big vision, and I can see. I've been part of a lot of different collaborates. There was one in Brisbane, and I think they also ran down in Sydney. And the biggest thing that I found with these collaboration groups, that same with the BNI, as long as you give them everything, they don't want to have something to do with you. It was like they wanted to take first.
Yeah,
they're running big shows, big scale. It's a recruitment drive for a systemic revenue generation model. Look, it's built on nice concepts, it works in a way. But things get like that. So I hear you, mate. This is very grassroots right now.
I think it only works for people that you're in construction, real estate. They're the people it works for.
Yeah.
It's not working for the people who can make a difference.
Yeah, it's more for the tangible services, like if you can fix a tap or fix a toilet. That's great for you. But if you can help a business owner be better at that or improve their life, first of all, most of those business owners really don't. And I'm sorry to say this, but this is my learning. Not everyone who's running a business is actually an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
Majority of those people have actually bought jobs with their money, or they haven't started a job and they've spent 25 years creating a job for themselves. So that's a very clear distinction that needs to happen. I'm very passionate about small and medium enterprises, but that's another learning that I've had, that not majority of them are actually entrepreneurs. They just have their own jobs.
Sure.
And that's all they want to do.
Yeah, we're not, like, at the end of the day, people coming in these clan groups are coming for connection. Okay, some of them are entrepreneurs. They're doing some incredible things. Some of them won't be. Some of them are there because they think they might want to. Some of them are there exploring if it's for them. But at the end of the day, that's their individual choice of why they want to be involved in something like that and get that kind of support that we're offering to explore that, because people are looking to explore. So we're just one. I mean, you heard from Maria, she's got a similar thing. I guess, so from here, what we're going to do, I mean, I just got a message from Mindy. So we'll follow up. So a lot of people are writing to me that are left saying, hey, Rich, awesome, let's get back and have a bit more of a deeper chat about it. So I guess we'll do that with those that have indicated, and including you guys if you're interested. And probably within the next couple of weeks, I would say, or maybe even less. So what our aim is to fill these 7 positions. So we've got 6 left. We just want 6 mentors or coaches that are interested in coming into that initial clan, going through that journey, which is a 9-month journey at $500 a month to come into that, which gives you network access and is a part of it. And then, we're going to go on that journey together. We're going to be behaving in clan groups, sharing and supporting each other in the same way that the clans operate, but we're going to be layering that with the understandings of how to unpack it. And Maria, like, if you decide to come in, there'd be, we're talking mastermind level there. If you're in there, whatever you're doing out there with your thing, great. All power to you, all power, and vice versa. Because if you're in clan, you'll be sharing openly, transparently, and you'll be really wishing success for me and Martin and what we're doing, and we'll be really wishing success for you. So that's a part of the underpinning values. So it's not so much this, this is my little thing that I'm my little precious, it's that shit is just like starting to crumble. If you don't notice it, you're missing some stuff, So that's really our thought. So to tune in with yourselves, you've heard a bit tonight, you get a gist. I will reach out, or Mel will reach out and probably book some individual chats, with people that want to go that step further and just find out a bit more, I guess. I've got a baby due on Saturday, so that it'll probably be, a little bit after that. But the plans are in motion, and it's the 23rd of next month that clan will kick off. So that's us, because it's our first one. I'm not sure how else to sort of to wrap that. I mean, there's nothing to do or sign up to, but there's just, like, if you feel it and you think there's worth having a further conversation, maybe just like what other people have done, put it in the chat as well. I've gone through the chats. I haven't been able to. I've been focusing on you guys. Beautiful, Maria. I saw your thing in there. So I don't know. That's what we'll do. We'll just get back to everyone that came tonight, and those that are resonated, we'll come on and have an individual chat, and then myself and Martin prior to that clan kicking off. Yeah. So anything else wants to say or share, or any questions in and around it at all before we kind of wrap it?
Rich, I'll say thank you very much for sharing your vision.
Beautiful, Atif.
And all the best to you. And also, I don't know what Maria is doing, but all the best to you as well.
Yeah.
And to you.
Yeah. Thanks for what you shared, Atif.
Yeah, mate. And I'll catch up with you. We'll jump on and have a bit of a deeper unpack. Okay.
Thank you.
Awesome. Look forward to speaking to you. I'll speak to you soon. Beautiful. Maria, we'll jump on a Zoom at some point, and have a bit of a chat. Sounds like we've got heaps of things we could bounce. Heaps of things.
I know.
All right, mate. Be well.
Look forward to it. Thanks.
Nice. David, good to have you here as well. And
Yeah,
if you want to have a further chat, just chuck a message in the, see you later, Mary.
Yeah, see you.
Yeah, chuck a message in the chat and then we'll come back to you as well.
Yeah. Well, I've got to get back on after what's happened, so I've lost everything. So
Yeah,
it's not feasible for me. I've got to get
sure,
back.
brother. Yeah, well, I hope that works out. And,
Yeah, all the best with all of that, David.
Yeah, well, I've got some ideas. I'm going to go and see some doctors on this week because, like I've noticed, even with one of my clients, she dropped her psychologist because the value from psychologists and counselors isn't there anymore. And because I give so much value to my clients, I don't do these 1 hour sessions. I take as long as it's needed. And people are seeing that. And I'm going to push that to the doctors and say, you want people to get better? We need to start changing the system. So I've got a big plan to really shake up a few things.
Nice, man. Well, blessings on it. And if you want to reach out one-on-one and talk further, I've got you on the list here and happy to hear for any time, or if you just want to chat and collaborate with what you're doing. But good on you, man. And thanks for coming.
Anytime. It's my pleasure.
See you.
All have a good night.
Yeah, you too, David. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Leonard. Hey, man. I got a good feeling. I think that Mindy
and Jennifer. We haven't heard.
Oh, Jennifer. Well, hey, Jennifer's the secret. She's the secret weapon there. Jennifer, do you want to tell Martin?
Sorry I came on late. I'm just staying with friends after my accident. Look, I caught the end of it. I'm super excited about this. I just think it's profoundly needed. It's exactly what I wanted 9 months ago, and if I could have magicked it up back then, I would have. But to me, it just speaks of everything. For example, even down to the littlest things, like I'm a sole trader, I'm a writer, and my scope was, you wrote websites, you would always write, you would never use the word I, you always maintained that you had a team or our, you made out that you had this company. Now the death of corporatization and, nobody wants to work for the man anymore has made this sense of identity. You have to be a person to connect with people now. It's so important to be yourself, to the point where have your photograph on your website, be a person, be attainable, approachable, that kind of thing. And I think this is super exciting because I don't know if you guys have ever, when you do that marketing thing, you do the personality test. Well, I'm a protagonist, so we love to help people and encourage and foster and nurture and almost push out of the nest. Go on, you can fly. I know you can, kind of thing. So this is really super exciting to me, and I think your passion is palpable. It's really exciting. Yeah,
it's real. Well, I mean, now you're saying that, and just obviously because Jennifer's actually helping write some of the copy for some of the front-end lead funnels. So Jennifer Leonard, as you would have heard on the call, is our first Falcon, which is the first clan for the leadership. But I don't know, mate, like since we first spoke and I decided to bring on for the copy, like afterwards and with your accent and different things, I've been getting this intuition that I know you're going to write amazing copy for us, and I know that's going to be shit hot and we're going to do that together. But I've thought, and I even spoke to Rhea about it, I don't know, like maybe the real destiny here is you're getting in on this and you making some money running some clans and potentially come in and understand it, the methodology. That's something I want you to deeply consider. And then what we can do is some of that. I mean, really, the price point that we're putting on this is $2,000 a month moving forward for coaches and mentors. So for now, we're dropping it to $500 a month for this first round, because it's through this first clan that we will really understand what it's like to induct some mentors and coaches into this, right? And I'm 100% faithful that the right ones will come. Like I reckon, we've struck gold with Leonard. And I think that Mindy lady, and there's the other lady.
Yeah, there's some potentials there.
And Artif as well. So Jennifer, you know that clan's going to be 7 people, kicks off 23rd, and then if we need to talk about some collaboration or exchange elements within the work you're doing at the copywriting level. So Leonard, just to bring you up to speed, Jennifer's writing copy, assisting with a big copy upgrade.
Yeah.
In preparation for a major front end marketing and funnel launch.
Hey, sorry, Rich, I actually have to go now.
Go, brother.
Bro. Awesome. Hey, well done all.
Well
Thanks,
done.
Martin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it was awesome.
Speak to you soon.
Yeah, we'll talk tomorrow. Cheers.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah.
So anyway, Jennifer, have a tune in on that, and let's see what's meant to be.
Thank you. Okay.
Yeah, I really enjoyed listening to your values and ideas because I resonated quite a lot with what you were saying, Jennifer.
Oh,
yeah,
wonderful.
I'm sensing a lot of those things, all those changes.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
I think there'll be so many more to come for the better.
It's exciting.
It's sort of like the reverse of the Industrial Revolution, where the engineers to come into cities. I think it's going to go the other way. And get us working in factories. We'll get back to having our own businesses.
Yeah, and growing our own food. Yeah, exactly. There's something going on. So really cool to have you there, Leonard. I really appreciate it, and we'll be in touch well before kickoff.
Yep.
And thank you just for showing up on that call. That felt really good to have you there. And like a part of the values and that of what we're building is it's built on real stuff. So it's kind of like how people are inputting is recognized and understood, and I mean, I think you get a lot of it. There's so much subtleties in it, really. But looking forward to exploring it with you when we kick off. It's really, really cool.
Anyway, it's getting close to my bedtime, so I better head off too.
Cool. I'll see you.
Catch you guys. Bye.
And then I'll speak to you, Jennifer, though, because we're.
Yep.
Hey, mate.